What's going on, everybody? Brian, the Leafs guy here, wanting to talk about Patrick Kane and to see if there's a fit with the Leafs and to see where I think Patrick Kane is going to end up. So we got Cat Friendly open here. We got Patrick Kane. He has been out for the past 5 months. Well, in June, it says expected duration about 5 months with a hip injury. I believe he had surgery. So he's out, but he's skating. So Patrick Kane, obviously, over the past few years, 2 years ago, he had 92 points with Chicago in 78 games, which is crazy. He's always been a crazy playmaker. Last year, he split his time between Chicago and New York Rangers. He clearly publicly made it known that he wanted to go to New York, and Chicago obliged. 45 points in 54 games for Chicago, 12 in 19 for New York. Playoffs, he had 6 points in 7 games. Obviously, he's been out since then. So I think there's going to be quite a few teams interested in Patrick Kane. So the thing is for Patrick Kane, it's like, will he get money? Will he get, does he want cup? I honestly believe that he's going to be wanting to pursue a team for the cup for this year. So I assume it's going to be a 1-year deal at a low cap hit so that he can be fit, so he can fit on a cup contending team. He does work with the Leafs as well, and I think it is possible. Is it probable? Maybe not, but it is possible. They would have to sign him for about $1.5 million or less, which is quite low, and people are like, are you sure that he's going to sign for that low? And the answer is no. However, I would not be surprised if he signs like a $1 million deal for the rest of the year. There's only a few teams who can offer him more than that, but I do see the fit with the Leafs. And I know people are like, well, where would he fit? Our forward lineup is great. Let's go into the Leafs here. It's like our forward lineup is great. Obviously, we have Matthews, Marner, Nyes first line. We have Tavares, Nylander, Bertuzzi second line. Our third line's been rocking really well with Domi down the middle. Left side has been Robertson, and the right side has been Yarncroke. And then our fourth line has been doing quite a bit better. But in this scenario, if we're healthy, I would see Patrick Kane going on that third line. Maybe it's Robertson, Domi, Kane, and then Yarncroke goes down to the fourth line, which he does not deserve to be because he's had a great year. But that's just, the good teams have depth. They have too much depth, right? Or they have a lot of depth. That's a good team problem. Like, I would rather sign Patrick Kane, have him available to us, and then if a Marner or a Nylander gets hurt, you're like, well, we have Patrick Kane. Let's slide him up, see what he can do. I would rather have too many really good players than not enough. So I do see the fit with the Leafs very strongly, actually. And Yarncroke, he's a gamer. He'll understand. He'll still, like, even though he's on the fourth line, he'll get probably more minutes than Domi. He'll probably get more minutes than Robertson. And it's just a short-term thing because, let's be honest here, injuries do happen in the NHL. Of course, the Leafs' number one priority is to upgrade this defense, but I still think they can do it if they are able to get Patrick Kane $1.5 million or less. And I do think that is realistic and possible. So now the other teams that I want to see, so we were just on Cat Friendly. We're going to bop over to TSN. That's what I use for standings. New York Rangers, clearly another high-end option. He was on them last year. Definitely an option. Boston, clearly an option. Vegas just won the Cup. If they can, all these teams would have to fit him at a really low cap hit option. The fact that Vancouver is at the top of the standings right now is blowing my mind. I was very critical of this team, and before the season started, I said they were very mid, and that I thought that they were going to be a bubble team that misses the playoffs. And so far, they are just running over everybody, and I'm happy for them. It's blowing my mind. Didn't expect that. They would have to be an option. LA would have to be an option. Colorado would have to be an option as well. I think Colorado is a really good fit for Patrick Kane, like a really good fit. Winnipeg, I don't see it. I would be shocked if he decides to go to Winnipeg. Dallas would be a good option. They have a really good team there. Florida is an option as well. Tampa Bay is a very strong option in my mind. Like, they have a Patrick Kane-sized hole on their team. I think Tampa Bay is one of the best options for Patrick Kane, more so than the Leafs. You see Ninja in the background. Let's let the cat out. Hold on, hold on. Alright. There you go. He's like, let me out. We're keeping it in the video. Let me know what your thoughts are on Ninja. Great cat. Tampa Bay has to be an option. I think they're a very high option. Toronto, obviously, we're talking about it. I would love to get Patrick Kane. I know, like, I could see him and Matthews being very happy together. Obviously, like, I could see them playing together at one point in time as well. So, Detroit. So, Detroit and Buffalo are the two options that also potentially make sense, and they have more cap. Buffalo has a ton of cap. I think Detroit does as well. Yeah, Detroit definitely has the cap space to actually give him a proper contract, like several $1 million, call it $4 or $5 million a year. So I would be looking at Detroit and Buffalo as being like high-end options. If Patrick Kane says, the cup is less important this year, I want a longer-term deal. He's kind of been rumored to both of those places as well. So those are definitely high-end options as well. Washington is possible. They have a ton of cap space. So Washington has a ton of cap space as well, since Backstrom is, Backstrom got Robert Island. He's out for the season, probably career done maybe. So Washington could have that. I think they're missing quite a bit of scoring. They haven't been scoring at all this year. Kane could definitely, let's be honest here. Kane and Ovechkin, that would be a fun combination. Carolina has some cap space, like crazy to me, that even going into the year, they had about $2 million, if I remember correctly. That would clearly be another good option. But those are the main teams that I see. Obviously, they're all high end on the leaderboard. I don't see Chicago. I don't see San Jose. Edmonton would have made sense. However, like, this is the biggest shock to me. Like, the fact that Edmonton are this poor of a team. Crazy. Like, to me, it's like the fact that Edmonton is there and Vancouver is there. It's like those should have been, flip-flopped. So that's like, those are the biggest surprises. I'll probably make a video on that over the next few days, like the few biggest surprises. But like that combination there is crazy. New Jersey could be an option as well. Like, New Jersey being this low on the standings is surprising to me as well. And they could be an option for Patrick Kane. But who do you think is getting Patrick Kane? Obviously, I would love to have him on the Leafs. I think he would look very good as a Leaf. I would be very excited. I think they have the opportunity in the room to add him in at $1.5 million or less and still improve their defense. They can get a Noah Hannafin and they can get a Patrick Kane, and the Leafs would look pretty darn good. It's it's a Hail Mary. It's a wishful thinking, but we have to do it. So who do you think he's going to? I'm gonna throw out there, I think he's probably gonna go to Tampa Bay, but I want him to come to the Leafs. What are your thoughts? Tell me. Obviously, it's such a pleasure having you guys here. This is my 6th video now, so please throw in the comments anything that I can improve on moving forward. I can hear myself on my keyboard making banging noises. I'll try and clean that up as well. But such an honor to have you here. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.